Okay, so I'm sitting on my patio waiting for the mold remediation people. They're late, but it's okay. They called. Anyway, I just wanted to say that I heard what Alexia said on her podcast. I wanted to play it for you about Todd Nepola suddenly filing for divorce. And I wanted to play it for you, and then I wanted to comment on it in case you didn't hear it. If you did hear it, I think you might like my take too. Plus, a lot of gossip came out surrounding this week. I wanted to throw it in this video so we got it somewhere. So Todd very timely dropped this video following my last coverage about just getting what you want and asking people directly for it. And in his case, that was a divorce from Alexia and Nepola. Now, I have some thoughts, so hold on.
Want something for someone, it's kind of pointless to ask them if you could ask them a question. I get so many people telling me they're going to edit videos if I reach out to them. If you have such great content that you want me to see, just send it to me. Do you think I'm going to steal it? You see, in my line of work, I don't have the luxury of calling up people and saying, can I ask you a question? I got to go in and tell them what I want. You see, he who takes the lead wins. So if I want to buy a property, I don't call Mr. Smith and say, hi, Mr. Smith, do you mind if I ask you a question? I call Mr. Smith and say, Mr. Smith, I'm interested in purchasing your property. I don't even ask him if it's for sale. It just doesn't make sense. So you got to get aggressive in life. That step that you're taking where you're asking permission, you're probably not getting any feedback. And if you do, it's probably a waste of time. Go right for what you want. Get aggressive. Be respectful. Be kind and know what you're doing. Go for what you want. Don't do a two-step. There's no point in doing that. Don't ask permission, just go get it.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say he's talking about Alexia a little bit in this video. Again, I think this is him saying, I asked her for what I wanted. She didn't give it to me. And that's just the way I am. I don't stay in a state of being unhappy. I take action. And so he's on brand.
Devastated. I still love him. And like, we love each other. It's not because we don't love each other, but it's just very sad that I guess we couldn't figure out a way, you know, to fix things.
Well, so,
And that's why I was in such shock, because I'm like a fighter. I fight.
right. Well, somebody gave up. Someone gave up.
And I was never expecting that. You know, I thought things were good.
I wasn't either.
Right.
I really was
And
super
so
surprised.
it's been really shocking. And
I do think that Alexia would like Todd to come back, and some of her videos and articles are to sort of state her position, which is she's with her boys. Her boys have to always come first, even over Todd. And that said, she wishes he would reconsider. You know, I think she really is in love with him deeply.
for the first 2 weeks, actually still today, it's been 3 weeks and I'm still going back in my head, like what happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm a positive person. So I try to think about all the beautiful times that we had together, all of our beautiful trips. And I'm very positive. So I want to remember that, you know, and I don't want to have any anger, but I understand that anger is also one of the grieving stations. Stations, or I said sessions, sorry. One of
Stages.
stages. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't even know what I'm saying.
It's okay.
Because I find myself like lost.
Yeah.
So Alexia says this is who reached out to her when this all went down, besides Marisol, who really has Alexia's back. My goodness. Alexia doesn't even seem that nice to her. I hope it's not a one-sided friendship. Those are the worst. All right, it says, that's the beauty of our show. That's what Alexia said. Even though we say things to each other that we don't like, at the end of the day, when I need them, they're there. After my news broke out about 2 weeks ago, Larsa Pippen was one of the first ones to call me after Julia Lemigova. Everybody called me, texted me. They're all there for me. They check up on me honestly. That's what I love so much about our franchise. And then she goes on to say that Adriana also reached out to her, but that she thinks it was for the wrong reasons. Wow, this Anna girl really has it out for Alexia and Nepola, by the way. Look at this. Reality Blurb dropped it. Oh my, it was so very shady and, oh goodness. Real Housewives of Miami, Anna predicts Louis Ruelas will slip into Alexia Nepola's DMs, accuses Alexia of bashing Marisol. So she tells a story that she knows for a fact Louis Ruelas slipped into Alexia's DMs and really did hit on her and was trying to pursue her. And so she said, I know that Alexia denied that to Teresa, but that's because she respects and likes Teresa. But the truth is that Anna knew for a fact that Louis was trying to get with Alexia or pursue her. So that's what she says. And then she said something else, which is what I said. She agrees that the show was probably what broke the relationship. Told ya. Once you've been on the show, you know. But what I was going to tell you is that it didn't have to do with Todd's finances, in her opinion. And by the way, I've done a deep dive on Todd's finances, and I don't think it had to do with that either. So, definitely it was the show for Todd. And probably not being able to parent Peter in the way that he agreed with and be like a united front with Alexia, which was challenging probably for him because he felt like maybe he was doing some of the damage control related to Peter because, he's had a rough time. I don't want to be, callous to Peter because Peter's had a rough time. And so I think that was a lot. And I think probably Todd listened to his daughters too, and they probably were saying, Dad, you're unhappy, this isn't like you, maybe you'd be doing yourself and everybody a favor to do this. Now, it would seem that Alexia's camp really believed that she wanted him to try harder, and I don't disagree with that, but knowing Todd's last video, that isn't the way he operates, and unfortunately, as I mentioned, they started really falling in love when the show wasn't on. So this is a very different experience. He's going to benefit from some of this fame, but he's also going to have some detriment from some of this fame. There's construction going on. I can't get away from it. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you tune in tonight late for my Vanderpump Rules recap gossip dump. And check out the chat in the Patreon. I've been putting lots of stuff in there. I think you'll really enjoy it. You don't have to participate. You can just read it and watch everybody's thoughts. It's really fun in there. All right, you guys, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. I'm going to go continue my mold remediation. Jeez. Don't forget to tell me what you think in the comments, okay? I'm not as active right now in the comments as I usually am, but I will catch up this weekend and see them all. I'm sneaky like that.